Check one, two, three. Just kind of doing a little bit of a check-in. Um, and I'm going to ask some of you folks to tune in maybe this weekend where we're going to do another episode of Memes in Review. I was enjoy doing that, and I'm going to try to put that together. We've got a lot of ground to cover since the election, and more importantly, a lot of ensuing nonsense now that the collectivist, leftist, progressive socialists are in power. And let's make no mistake, the feckless conservatives aren't doing much to help either. They seem to be unable to communicate the ideas of individual ownership of one's life, of what the true tenets of liberty are and where they've came from, and how hard we worked as a country and as a people to not end up where we are today, where we're being divided into colors, ethnicities, skin tone, what's dangling between our legs. To today's National Women's Day. Every day is National Women's Day. There is no human race without women, period. Come on. I mean, really. And then we had Black History Month. Come on, haven't we outgrown this? Black history is American history. American history is the history of anyone who is here. And it's the history of some folks who aren't here anymore. Conquest and all that. Yes, it was brutal. Slavery was brutal. It was a worldwide concern, not an American concern. And again, white Christians put an end to it, beginning in Western Europe and the Quakers here, who eventually, and the forefathers planted the seeds. They knew damn good and well when they were creating that document what the idea was. And that idea was for everybody. So, let's not let them do what they're trying to do to us. If you've got gender dysphoria, great. If you ask me to call you she or he, I will call you he or she, but we don't need laws for that. And I'll respect it. If you feel better changing your gender, by all means, do so. I have a family member who falls under that. You know, I am happy that she is happier as a she. I think that is wonderful. It's none of my business what her process is in that. And but again, should that be happening to kids in elementary school? No. And without their parents' permission? No. Oh gosh, I could go on and on and on. My family, we've got color all the way from bright white, and I even hate the term white, but bright white Irish, Scots Irish, all the way to the other side of the spectrum. Full on, chocolate brown. And all shapes of eyes. And we like Hawaiian stuff. We like Polynesian stuff. We like Americana. It's just really sad what's going on currently. Everyone's trying to. Let me tell you where culture, ethnicity, and all that stuff comes into play. It comes into play when you're getting together to celebrate stuff. Celebrate holidays of your favorite holidays, other people's favorite holidays, family get-togethers, family reunions, anyone that you invite into your home to share your life with. This is where your culture matters. Does your culture matter in the workforce? No, it doesn't. Does your sex matter in the workforce? No, it doesn't. Should your culture matter in school? Maybe in kindergarten when your kids are sharing stuff. But after that, it's time to grow up and become part of the human race. And everybody knock it off. If you're disenfranchised because of what's dangling between your legs or your melanin content, and if you think everywhere you're going, you're getting treated rudely, it may not have anything to do with your ethnicity, your skin color, your sexuality, your gender, or it might be the fact that you're just a jackass and you're looking for problems everywhere you go. Because by golly, that's what they're conditioning a bunch of us to do. They're conditioning us, by that I mean the authoritarians, are conditioning us to look at the differences rather than the similarities, and to feel like somehow that's where any of my personal feelings of disenfranchisement or injustice emanate from. It's not so. You may be doing a shitty job navigating your life, and that could be the only problem that you have. So come on, man, let's get over the identity politics crap, and we need to start taking it back to them. We're members of the human race. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. Except if you and I are sitting across the table from me and you want me to know how it matters to you, then I'm interested. But I'm not interested in it at the workplace. It shouldn't be part of academia. It shouldn't be in school. It's on supermarket shelves. woman-owned business, black-owned business, Hispanic-owned business. Are you kidding me? Really? The new segregation is so we can feel good about rectifying injustices of the past? Uh, Let me tell you how you rectify injustices of the past. You embrace the future, and markets rule, and that ain't how you do it. Because when I'm going down the supermarket shelves, and I know a lot of people, and it don't matter what color they are, the common sense grown-ups in the room aren't making buying decisions based on that. As a matter of fact, it's a turnoff. I see segregation. It's the intellectuals' new form of segregation. Divide and conquer. They create disenfranchised groups. There's a couple that they've never, ever stopped beating down. And they seem to keep voting a certain way. Funny how that is. And now they need new people to vote a certain way. So that hence the porous borders, hence creating generations of people who believe that the government can help them identify who they are and how they should be treated. It's awful. So anyway, we're going to do memes and review this weekend. I'm going to put together something a little more structured, and I'd love it if you folks tune into that link, and I will catch up with you then. Remember, love everybody and love yourself enough to not need to be part of a group that's been disenfranchised, or at least that somebody's told you is disenfranchised. We are all in this as individuals. We are a people, not a populace. Let's be people. And the only way that people, you know what the best place in the world to love people is? Again, I've already shared it. In your home, at work, and markets. Markets rule. And that's where we learn to share and give and take and have exchanges. The entire universe runs on exchange. And that exchange, ideally, just, man, if you have a mutual interest with another human being that's not forced upon you, man, it don't, everything just melts. You'll meld together, and all that bullshit that they're trying to talk to us about and convince us of would just melt away. So markets rule, you rule. So let's keep doing what the smart people do, and that's to judge people by what? The context of the content of their character, and nothing else. How am I treating you today? That's what matters. Catch you later.